Welcome to our review of Hawaii tours. After landing at the Hilo airport, we easily found our shuttle to the heliport where we got a safety briefing and got ready for our flight. The helicopter itself had 3 seats in the back and 2 passenger seats in the front. We were lucky enough to have the front seats. Although this was easily the most expensive part of our trip to Hawaii, it was the most enjoyable. Hawaii tours arranged for the shuttles back and forth to the airport, for the flight itself, for the helicopter ride, for the tour guide for the day, admissions to the park. It was an all inclusive package. We only had to purchase our meals. After takeoff, we quickly rose to a very high altitude because the national park has restricted airspace and we had to fly over it. It didn't take too long before we could start to see the plumes of smoke coming out of the Kilauea volcano and off in the distance. As we hovered over the massive crater, you could see where all the lava had solidified. The volcano was erupting the week before, and we here the week after we were there. So all we got to see is the smoke and some of the activity that we knew was underneath. The pilot took the time to give everyone an opportunity to see the volcano. He hovered around on one side and then turned and hovered so the other side of the aircraft could see the same view. Although the volcano wasn't erupting, we know it was still active and it was still a wonderful experience to be there. Here you can see some craters in the lava and you can see the lava field itself a little bit closer up. With the surreal experience of viewing a volcano from a helicopter quickly coming to an end, we decided as a group that we would hover out over the ocean and see if we couldn't spot any humpback whales in their migration. What I can say about the ride is it was very smooth. My wife usually gets motion sickness, but for this, it wasn't a problem because it was pretty smooth. We spent some time off the coast over the ocean looking for humpback whales, but unfortunately, we were not able to spot any. As our flight was coming to an end, we started to approach the airport as any airplane would. As you would see as we get closer to the landing, we shared basically the same runway, and the helipad was right next to the airport. The landing was silky smooth. As we touched down, you could see the airplanes at the airport just in front of us. We sat safely in the helicopter, waiting for the blades to come to a complete stop before they would get out a stool to help us out individually. Our tour guide picked us up directly from the helipad and took us to Hawaii's Volcano National Park, with the first stop being Volcano House. From the back porch of the historic lodge looking over Kilauea, we were able to take many videos and get some pretty good looks at the volcano from the ground. We were visiting in January, and as you can see, the crowds were very sparse. The lodge looked like it was a very nice place to stay. It was certainly scenic, and you were able to get very good views of the crater. After a snack, we jumped back in the shuttle and drove around to an overlook that was much closer to the actual volcano itself. The weather was very nice, except the videos and the pictures, you can see how hazy it was because of the smoke. The prevailing winds were pushing the smoke right across into our view instead of away from us. After taking enough time to take good photos and a couple of videos, we jumped back in the van to head over to the lava tubes. Before arriving at the lava tubes, we were able to see a valley that was flooded with lava and now is hardened. The lava tubes are actually quite large, where the lava runs underneath the ground in these large tubes or rivers. You can walk through them, they're probably 6, 8 feet round. It really is amazing the power of nature. After leaving Volcano National Park, we headed over to Old Town Hilo for lunch. We also enjoyed some shave ice, pineapple flavor. Next, we stopped at Rainbow Falls, where a waterfall drops 78 feet into a basin, and the water rushes so briskly at times the mist makes very nice rainbows. Wrapping our time up at the Rainbow Falls, we moved towards the black sand beach. It is my understanding that black sand is crushed pumice or the black rocks from the lava that turn into sand. As we walked along the beach, we made our way to an outcropping of rocks where we might be able to see some humpback whales.
Right up there. You maybe see its tail. See it?
Barely. There, I saw the. Oh, just saw it blow. Blow again. Blow again.
That's it. This is where it's blowing. You're going to see the tail.
Although you really can't see it in the pictures and video, we did see some humpback whales. Departing from the black sand beach, we made our way to Mukaula Gardens. We got to see one of the Torii gates. Next, we headed over to the Big Island Candy Factory. They had a viewing area where you could see how the chocolate was made. We also purchased a whole bunch. Our trip to the Big Island of Hawaii was a wonderful experience, the highlight of the time we spent for our week in Hawaii. Thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe.